My dear, beloved seeker of truth, have you ever entered a room and, without a word being spoken, felt a sudden sense of peace, or perhaps an unexplained heaviness? Have you noticed how, in the company of certain individuals, your mind becomes calm, your heart feels light, and a strange, blissful comfort surrounds you? And yet, in the presence of others, restlessness stirs within, your thoughts grow clouded, and a weight settles upon your spirit. What is this unseen force that moves between us, silently shaping our experiences? It is none other than the human aura, the invisible, subtle energy field that surrounds and emanates from every living being. Since ancient times, great masters and sages have spoken of this sacred radiance. It reflects the very condition of your soul, your thoughts, emotions, and spiritual evolution. When your aura is weak, disturbed by fear, anger, or restlessness, it attracts lower energies and makes you vulnerable to sorrow, illness, and confusion. But when your aura is powerful, cleansed by meditation, strengthened through right action, and illumined by divine communion, you become a living magnet of light. Your presence uplifts others without effort. People feel drawn to you, even without understanding why. Today, my dear one, I invite you on a sacred journey to discover the 13 unmistakable signs of a powerful aura. These are not mere superstitions or fancies of the mind, but eternal truths known to yogis and realized saints across the ages. As you listen to these signs, reflect upon yourself, for the light you seek is already within you. Stay with me till the end, for this knowledge has the power to transform your very destiny and awaken the sleeping divinity in your heart. The first and most unmistakable sign of a powerful aura, dear one, is what we call a magnetic presence. It is not the artificial charm of one who seeks attention, nor the loudness of one who demands to be seen. It is a quiet, commanding radiance that flows naturally from a soul in tune with the divine. Such a person, even while sitting silently in a corner, draws the gaze and interest of others without effort. There is a calmness in their being, an invisible force that seems to still the restlessness of the air around them. In my years of travel across India and the West, I encountered saints and realized souls whose mere presence felt like a gentle embrace of peace. Without speaking a word, they uplifted those around them. It is not something they performed, but something they became. Their aura, bright and harmonious, emanated love, kindness, and an irresistible tranquility. You might have noticed this in your own life, dear seeker, perhaps with a grandmother whose lap you found peace in as a child, or a teacher whose voice calmed the storms of your mind. This magnetic presence is born not from worldly knowledge or cleverness, but from inner stillness and sincere goodness of heart. It grows through the daily practice of meditation, by cultivating calmness amidst turmoil, and by choosing kindness over harshness in every little moment. As your aura strengthens, your inner light grows brighter, and you too will find people drawn to you, not out of curiosity, but because your presence soothes a thirst their soul itself cannot explain. Remember, dear one, a magnet does not run after iron filings, it silently draws them in by its very nature. Become such a soul. The second sacred sign of a powerful aura, my beloved seeker, is the ability to radiate healing energy. This is not merely the ability to cure physical ailments, though that too can happen in the presence of such a person. It is, more importantly, the power to soothe wounded hearts, to calm agitated minds, and to uplift souls burdened by sorrow. A person with a radiant aura becomes a living blessing to all who come near, whether they realize it consciously or not. When the aura is pure and strong, its vibrations naturally harmonize the chaotic, restless energies in others. It is like a fragrance, silent, invisible, yet unmistakably felt. You might have noticed how, in the presence of certain individuals, your inner turmoil begins to settle, your breathing slows, and a sense of quiet relief washes over you. This is not imagination, dear one, it is the healing power of a harmonized, divine aura. In my own life, I have seen this divine phenomenon often. Saints like Sri Yukteswari, my revered guru, did not need to place their hands upon the sick. Their very gaze, their touch of a shoulder, or even their silent, unseen prayers could remove pain and illness, for their aura was charged with the cosmic life force. And this is not a gift reserved only for saints. Every soul has this dormant power within. Through meditation, selfless service, kind thoughts, and heartfelt prayers for others, you too can begin to radiate this healing light. The more your aura aligns with divine consciousness, the more it will heal without effort. Remember, dear seeker, it is not you, but the infinite spirit working through you. Surrender yourself, and become a vessel for that divine, healing love. Now, dear soul, let us speak of the third sign of a powerful aura, a profound, unshakable fearlessness and quiet confidence. In this world, so many live burdened by invisible chains of fear, fear of failure, fear of sickness, fear of death, fear of the unknown. Yet the one whose aura is strong, pure, and charged with divine energy moves through life like a peaceful warrior, unaffected by the storms that unsettle ordinary minds. When the aura is filled with the vibrations of inner stillness and divine communion, it naturally becomes a shield, protecting the person from anxiety and doubt. Such an individual walks with steady steps and serene eyes, not because they never face difficulties, but because they know that beneath the ever-changing waves of life lies the calm, eternal ocean of spirit. They trust that whatever comes is guided by a higher wisdom. I have often said to my disciples, be calmly active, and actively calm. True confidence is not loud, boastful, or aggressive. It is a quiet power that needs no external validation. It arises from the direct experience of one's soul nature, realizing that you are not this perishable body, nor the fleeting thoughts of the mind, but an immortal spark of God. This fearlessness can be cultivated, dear seeker. Each time you sit in meditation and go beyond the restless breath and noisy mind, you touch the indestructible self. As this inner connection deepens, your aura brightens, forming a protective, fearless radiance around you. Challenges may come, but you will not bow before them. You will walk through life like a child of the infinite, for that is what you truly are. The fourth divine sign of a powerful aura, dear one, is the presence of unshakable inner joy and bliss. This is not the fleeting happiness that depends upon outer circumstances, nor the temporary excitement born of sense pleasures. It is a deep, serene contentment that abides in the heart of one whose soul is in harmony with the infinite. Such a person radiates a quiet, steady joy, like the soft glow of a lamp that continues to shine whether the night is stormy or calm. You may have seen this in certain blessed souls. Even amidst adversity, their eyes sparkle with a mysterious light, and a faint, serene smile rests upon their lips. It is not that they do not face sorrow or challenges, rather, their joy springs from a deeper source untouched by the world. As the Bhagavad Gita proclaims, the yogi whose happiness is within, whose rejoicing is within, whose light is within, that yogi attains supreme liberation. I remember my own guru, Sri Yukteswari, who would often sit in deep silence, his face calm, yet radiating an unmistakable bliss. In his presence, even the most troubled hearts would find comfort, not through words, but through the silent communication of his joyful aura. This inner joy is cultivated through regular meditation, by turning inward from the noisy marketplace of the world, and tasting the nectar of the soul's peace. The more you abide in your spiritual center, the brighter your aura becomes, and the more naturally you radiate joy to all around you. Remember, dear seeker, the world will always offer reasons to be restless, but your true nature is bliss eternal. Claim it through stillness, and let your aura shine like the rising sun. The fifth unmistakable sign of a powerful aura, dear one, is the awakening of intuitive wisdom. This is not the ordinary reasoning of the intellect, which is limited by logic, memory, and the information of the senses. Intuition is the silent, direct knowing of the soul, a sacred perception that arises from the calm depths of a quiet mind. It is the divine voice of truth that guides the seeker from within. When a person's aura is vibrant, clear, and uplifted through meditation and selfless living, it becomes attuned to the subtler vibrations of the universe. The aura acts like a finely tuned antenna, catching divine thoughts, premonitions, and inner promptings. Such a person often knows what is right without lengthy deliberation, and can perceive hidden motives, dangers, or blessings before they appear in outward form. I have witnessed this many times in the lives of realized saints. My own guru, Sri Yukteswari, would answer questions before they were asked. His aura, charged with cosmic awareness, allowed him to see beyond the veil of appearances. And this, dear seeker, is not a miraculous gift reserved for the few. Every soul is inherently intuitive, but worldly restlessness clouds this faculty. Through regular meditation, silence, prayer, and inner purity, the aura becomes luminous, and intuition naturally blossoms. Decisions come with clarity, and one begins to recognize divine guidance in dreams, sudden insights, or peaceful inner certainties. The Bhagavad Gita calls this Buddhi Yoga, the yoga of awakened discrimination. Remember, dear one, when the intellect is confused, intuition shines like a steady light. As your aura brightens through spiritual practice, you too will begin to perceive life's deeper currents, and walk the world with wisdom far beyond the grasp of ordinary reasoning. And now, dear one, we come to the sixth sacred sign of a powerful aura, its natural ability to act as a shield against negativity. In this world of constantly shifting energies, we are daily surrounded by the vibrations of others, their emotions, thoughts, intentions, both good and ill. A weak or clouded aura easily absorbs these harmful influences, leaving one anxious, depressed, or emotionally drained without understanding why. But a bright, harmonized aura becomes like an invisible armor, deflecting harmful energies while radiating peace and strength. When a person's aura is charged with divine light through meditation, right thought, and pure living, it forms a protective field around the body and mind. Negative people, disturbing places, or dark intentions cannot easily penetrate this shield. Even if outer circumstances are turbulent, the individual remains inwardly undisturbed, for their aura acts as a spiritual buffer. I have experienced this throughout my life, dear one. During my journeys, I often encountered skeptics, critics, and those carrying heavy burdens of restlessness. Yet through the grace of God and continuous inner communion, my aura was filled with such calm, radiant light that no harmful influence could touch the peace of my soul. And you, too, can cultivate this invincible radiance. Through daily prayers, silent moments in nature, keeping the company of the pure-hearted, and offering kindness where there is hatred, your aura strengthens and brightens. The ancient yogis taught that certain mantras, like the sacred syllable Aum, when chanted regularly, purify the aura and fortify it against lower vibrations. Remember, dear seeker, you are not helpless before the world's chaos. The light of God within you is mightier than any darkness. Nurture it, and let your aura become a shield of divine, unshakable peace. And so, my dear, beloved soul, we have together journeyed through the sacred signs of a powerful aura, those unseen, yet deeply felt qualities that reveal the soul's closeness to the divine. These signs are not mere ornaments for the few, but gifts awaiting every seeker who sincerely walks the inner path. Remember always, you are not this restless mind, nor this fragile body, but an eternal child of God, clothed in light, born to radiate peace, wisdom, and love. As you reflect upon these signs, the magnetic presence, the healing energy, the fearless heart, the inner joy, the intuitive wisdom, and the divine protection, do not ask yourself, do I have these already? Instead, affirm with faith, these qualities are my birthright. With each day, I awaken them more and more. Begin, dear one, with simple steps. Spend a few moments each morning in silent meditation. Feel the breath slow, the mind become still, and visualize yourself surrounded by a radiant sphere of divine light. Speak kind words, offer blessings to those you meet, and nurture quiet joy within your heart. Slowly, your aura will brighten, your presence will heal, and your soul will rejoice in its own luminous nature. If this message touched your heart, I invite you to walk further with me on this sacred path. Like this video, share it with fellow seekers, and let us build a circle of souls dedicated to spreading peace and light in this troubled world. Subscribe to this channel, dear one, for many more such sacred teachings, timeless wisdom, and practical guides for inner awakening. May your days be blessed, your heart fearless, and your soul forever wrapped in the divine aura of God's eternal love.